Hello, this is Steven, and yes, we are back with another Batman 66 episode review. And today, Batman, Robin, and Batgirl will be once again up against the Penguin, but this time he'll be teamed up with a brand new female accomplice, Senora Lola Lasagna. So without any further ado, let's pop into the review. We begin our episode at Gotham City racetrack, where Senora Lola Lasagna is showing off her horse named Parasol, and also showing off her most priceless parasol, which is like a fancy umbrella mostly used by women. Just as that's happening, the Penguin stumbles in and steals her parasol, the umbrella, not the horse, and waddles away. We do the usual opening credits, and then we go to Gotham City Library, where the Penguin is there and steals a valuable portfolio of priceless parasols, but on his way out he is quickly stopped by Barbara Gordon, who takes the folio off him, and she quickly goes to call up Commissioner Gordon. The Penguin makes his escape, but not before leaving his umbrella, which starts to tick. And Gordon believes that the umbrella is possibly a bomb. Also in the office is Batman and Robin, who just happen to be there. Batman and Robin then rush all the way to the library, where they manage to disarm the bomb before it goes off. Now, I like that we get a little bit of continuity here, as the bomb was, as Barbara points out, possibly for revenge for when she turned down Penguin to marriage. And I like how we get in some continuity. Something I always liked about Season 3 is the continuity, and we're going to explain that a bit more as we go along. Batman and Robin stumped on what the Penguin's possibly up to. They decide to head to the Batcave to do some further analyzing. We then cut to Penguin at his hideout, which is a bookmaking shop where they literally make books but also place booking bets. Just as that happening, Senora Lola Lasagna comes in, and we'll find out a bit more about her. Turns out her and Penguin go way back. In fact, they were friends when they were kids, and they were both bullies. It's also known that her name is not Senora Lola Lasagna, but it's Lulu Schultz. It also turns out that the parasol that he's stolen was a fake. It's also revealed that Senora Lola Lasagna was married to Luigi Lasagna, a prominent millionaire playboy in his 80s. But sadly, they got divorced when he believed she was only after his money. The only thing she was left as was a horse, the priceless collection of parasols, which she's sold off most of them just for eating money. She's planned to enter Parasol, the horse, into the Bruce Wayne handicap race in order to get the big purse, believing the horse would win. But Penguin points out it would be an empty purse, as all that money goes to the Bruce Wayne charity Wayne Foundation. We then cut back to the Batcave with Batman and Robin still trying to figure out what's going on. They then, however, thanks to the Bat computer who spots out the word parasol, Batman uses his brilliant bat logic to come to the conclusion that there's a horse in the Wayne Foundation named Parasol, owned by Senora Lola Lasagna, where the Bat computer corrects them that her real name is Lulu Schultz. We also find out that the Bat computer also points out a new theory on Glue Gluten's glue factory. Realizing that's their answer, they head their way there. Alfred uses the opportunity to go to the phone and call up Barbara Gordon about Batman and Robin heading there, and gives a plausible reason to why he would know this. This is what I like about Season 3. Alfred playing a bit of a role, and not only has to keep Batman and Robin's identity a secret, but also Barbara Gordon's as Batgirl, and also he contributes a lot to her crime-fighting activities, more so than I think ever with Batman and Robin. We cut back to the Penguin and Senora Lasagna at his hideout, where they come up with a plan where they want to fix the horse race. And this is the thing: he wants to get a different horse, say that is Parasol, and use Parasol to change the horse's appearance, give it a new name, and have that horse win the race. And because he is a bookmaker, he can easily place bets and odds to make sure that he will get a lot of money out of the bet, as everyone knows Parasol will win. But if this anonymous horse wins instead, they don't have to pay out the bets, and instead they get all the money. It's a nice scheme, And it also is interesting how Senora Lasagna has gone along with this, because she's in desperate need of money. And she's just as crooked as the Penguin. However, Penguin does get a bit upset when he finds out that his bomb attempt to kill Barbara Gordon has failed. A nice little filler. We then see the Penguin, Senora Lasagna, at Gluten's glue factory trying to buy a horse. And just when the deal's about to go down, Batman and Robin arrive. They overhear the conversation. Now, they know they can't arrest Penguin for buying a horse, but they can buy him for trying to blow up a library. So they enter and essentially, try to arrest Penguin. However, Penguin tries to pull a distraction with him and his men, and a bat fight breaks out, while Senora Lola Lasagna takes the horse and takes it away. Batgirl then ends up coming in and helps the tide in Batman and Robin taking down the goons, but Penguin quickly makes his escape, though does put some library glue on the Batmobile in order to slow down Batman and Robin a bit. Batgirl does her usual disappearing act. Batman and Robin hop in the Batmobile and end up stuck. We then cut back to Penguin and Lola Lasagna back at the hideout, where it's revealed that the fake horse is in Parasol's place at the stables, and Parasol is right here in the hideout. And what they plan to do is turn the horse into the Parasol into a new horse named Bumbershoot and give a new appearance. In order for the scheme to work, they need money to place the bet. However, there's one problem. They don't have money. It's Penguin's all tapped out, and Lola Lasagna barely has any money left. However, he does realize that the priceless Parasol folio, if it's that priceless, he could get some money out of it. So he quickly goes to the library to quickly steal it. Just as that's happening, Lola is making the horse into a different color. However, the alarm goes off, and as Penguin enters the library, the alarm apparently goes off to get Barbara Gordon's attention. And Batman and Robin are back in the Batcave, and they are fine, managing to get out of the situation. Realizing, and we get the over-announcement, and we end it on a cliffhanger. So automatically, we're back to the two-part episode format, something we haven't had for 3 episodes. So it's nice for the 4th one we go back to basics. Feels just like old times. First off, I like Alfred, how he's really interacting with a lot in this story. Really, Gordon and O'Hara, the bumbling idiot, Batgirl, really shows that Batgirl and Barbara Gordon shows their tenacity, and Batman and Robin. Even though the main characters are fine, let's talk about the villains, because they're always the more colourful aspect. Burgess Meredith is back as the Penguin. I like this time around how they keep a continuity with him wanting Barbara dead from him being rejected for marriage. It does fit his ego of him viewing himself as an echelon criminal. Now this scheme and caper does not feel quite right. You can point out because fixing a horse race doesn't sound something like Penguin. However, when Penguin sees an opportunity, I guess, to have a scheme to make money, he goes for it. And I really do love the performance Burgess Meredith does. He is so good in this role. I don't think anyone could have done this role better. This time around, the Penguin is teamed up with a new villain, Lola Lasagna, portrayed by Ethel Merman. Now, automatically, I like this character's background. Her Penguin go way back, and it was hinted they were friends and really knew each other. In fact, I like how she likes to view herself as an aristocrat with this name, Senora Lola Lasagna, but her real name is Lulu Schultz, something she absolutely loathes. And she was portrayed by Ethel Merman, who's done so many musicals I can barely name, and her marriage here is kind of reminiscent to a real-life marriage at the time, though it lasted, I think, at least maybe a week or two more than Lola's marriage to Luigi Lasagna. I also like how she's first in it just for the horse race just for the money, but when she finds out that she's not going to get money from the purse, but this scheme will give her a lot of money, she joins in as she's desperate for money. Another thing I also like is, again, like if we saw the previous episode how it ended with her in town, she was not interested in the scheme. Now she is, because of her desperate situation. But it's something that's unlike Zelda, who is in a sympathetic situation. This one knows is crooked, is criminal. Hell, it's clear that she only married her husband for money, and as a result got nothing little in return. Now, with that said, I like how she plays off Penguin here. Burgess Meredith and Ethel Merman have great chemistry, but her character in general is not that, in my opinion, good. It's average, okay at best. And to be honest, it's good that she's really here just to play off Penguin. However, if I could really have one gripe with Lola Lasagna, I wish we could have had her do a musical note, a musical number. That's all that she was known for. Would have given her a bit of character. The Sport of Penguins is a fun episode. So far, Season 3 is giving us fun episodes. While granted, I can point out clearly the budget is clearly failing. Both, first off, Penguin's hideout is lame in the same way of the Riddler's hideout, and the Siren's hideout, and even in the glue factory is lame and budget-wise. It's pretty obvious. However, the idea of Penguin trying to fix a horse race can be seen lame, but you must understand, at the time, horse racing was pretty big. In the same vein, when Riddler was trying to take over boxing, boxing was pretty big at the time. I can enjoy this episode for being fun, and the fact we're getting back to the two-parter, where we're going to continue the story in the Penguin's story in the next episode, is all fun and good. There we have it, the Sport of the Penguins. Tune in next time for the second part of this adventure. So tune in to the next Steven Hour, the next Steven channel, ladies and gentlemen. So long for now.